When I was 4, my mother read me books before bed. I didn't understand why she wore makeup. I thought she was pretty without it. I swore I would never wear any. When I was 4, I could not wait for my 7th birthday. When people asked about my age, I could hold up 2 hands. I thought that'd be pretty cool. When I was 7, my father took me on bike rides. I did not understand why he told me when I grew up I could not marry him. I swore I would never like any other boys. When I was 7, I could not wait for my 10th birthday. When people asked about my age, I could hold up all my fingers. I would be double digits. I thought that'd be pretty cool. When I was 10, my friends and I would play pretend. I did not understand why the older kids would always be on their phones. The real world is never as much fun as imagination is. I swore I would never be addicted to a screen. When I was 10, I could not wait for my 13th birthday. When people would ask about my age, I couldn't even hold up my hands. I would be a teenager. I thought that'd be pretty cool. When I was 13, my sisters and I caught lizards outside. I did not understand why older people never went exploring a whole world out there, but they chose inside. I swore I would be an adult and still swing. When I was 13, I could not wait for my 16th birthday. When people would ask about my age, I could say I was in high school. I'd be able to drive. I thought that'd be pretty cool. When I was 16, I started to understand why my mother wore makeup. I began wearing it every day. I miss when the mirror was just for brushing my teeth. I understood why I could not marry my father. I wore makeup for the boys at school. I miss when they all had cooties. When I was 16, I could not wait for my 18th birthday. When people would ask about my age, I would be an adult. They would take me seriously. I thought that would be pretty cool. When I was 18, I started to understand why people were attached to their phones. Playing pretend was out and social media was in. I miss when playdates were about imagination. I understood why people stayed inside. The real world has no room for swing sets. I stopped exploring the forest. I miss when parks were better than parties. When I was 18, I could not wait for my 21st birthday. When people would ask about my age, I might be at a bar. I would be in college. I thought that'd be pretty cool. I am 20 now. I read a book by myself before bed. I do not know where my bike is. I'm too busy on my phone to look. I stay inside with my sisters. I wear makeup before leaving the house. I go on dates that are nothing like the fairy tales. My friends go to parties instead of the park. Being 21 or 25 doesn't seem much different than being 20. I understand why adults can't wait to have kids. Part of it is so they can relive their childhood they spent dreaming of growing up. I can't wait for my 35th birthday. I can't go back in time, but I can read to my daughter before she goes to bed. I can go on bike rides again with my son, catch lizards with my daughter, and laugh as she asks why mom wears makeup, use my imagination and put my phone down, and play pretend and smile when my son asks why he can't marry his mom. I can't wait for my 35th birthday. People won't ask me about my age. I think that would be pretty cool.